Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
Welcome to Knightsgiving 2024.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
Welcome to Knightsgiving 2024.
Welcome back. Second half of action just minutes away here. The Knightsgiving Classic at the Palace. 32-29 our score. Oakleaf with a lead over First Coast. BP alongside the crew here. We appreciate you joining us for our live stream tonight. It's the final game this evening of the Classic for tonight, with festivities resuming tomorrow. And we'll have coverage of the varsity game between Sandalwood and Oakleaf. First Coast now starts off with the ball on the attack. Too aggressive on the reverse. Put back, no good. Another second chance shot. And a turnover, nope. First Coast gets it back, finally. Bucks get on the board after all of that. First 30 seconds was eventful. What a save. Bounces it off the foot. And we're back in business here. Jarris Brown trying to find a hole in that pressure, and he does. Pull-up jumper cracks the nylon, and it's good. Price looking for a traveling violation, not going to get it. Walden now down low, and the dunk. Well, that just made the highlight reel, that's for sure. Gotta love calling it a dunk there. Jarris Brown now, open three, too strong. Rebound. First Coast has done a fairly good job. Well, that's a good roll there. Fairly good job on the boards, but Oakleaf has done a little bit better with boxing out. And even though Amari Walden is the tallest guy in the court, body position has been the difference for the Knights in getting rebounds. Owens now, he's got to be careful, he's in foul trouble. Lost the handle on that. First Coast dribbles around the pressure. They'll break it. 2-on-3, pass goes over to the door. Oakleaf will grab it there at baseline. 6:09 to go in the third. Bucks have regained the lead now after Oakleaf roared back. Another open three ball, too short. Rebound, Picked up. Owens takes it to the hole himself. Can't get it. Walton loses it but regains. So Cheveria will shoot down low. Tipped. Stay down low with First Coast. On the inbound, quick dish. Too strong. Break. Owens takes it himself. He's good. Back in the lead now. Lead back and forth. First Coast, little head fake there. And another one. Time to get out your lead change tracker here because we're now in a full-on assault. Huffman to Owens. Thought about it. Didn't take it. Back to Huffman. Huffman. Too much. Footman will grab it. Jump ball. Stays with Oakleaf. Subs coming in. Goggins, who had a pretty good second quarter, will jump in now for Jarius Brown. Go to a smaller set here. 5:18 here. 3-ball. Swish. Great shot. First Coast, do the same thing. Too strong. About the third or fourth time I've heard Coach Price ask for a travel. He's not getting it. Goggins now at point. Comes around the screen. Takes it himself. Quick layup. No good. Footman will fly in. No rebound. Buccaneers back on the offensive. Walton takes it himself. Off the glass. Good. He said he can do that all day. Owens trying to get the Knights up court quicker. He'll take it himself. Left-handed, switches to the right. No good. Walton will tip it in. Cheveria's got it. Pass down court. One-on-one. Off the glass. Good layup. Timeout called. First Coast will take the 30-second timeout here at 4:11 to go and a 2-point lead now, 41-39. Had 4 or 5 lead changes since the start of the half. No fouls so far this quarter. And much faster pace than they were playing in the first half. It was definitely, I wouldn't say pedestrian, but it was definitely a little slower than it is right now. Now we're seeing more transition plays and more aggressive on the offense, so they've definitely picked up the tempo in the third. Oakleaf will have the ball on the baseline. Owens, and he's got 3 fouls on the night. Call play. Trying to shift Butler-Bailey up top and Footman down low. They finally do get that switch. Goggins outside on the right. They'll get a screen, pass out. Owens head fake, puts the dribble on the floor. Little layup, no good. Get the rebound, again in transition. Quick pass, good. Oakleaf not getting back fast enough on the break. First Coast will take that all night long if they let it. Brown to Footman, to Goggins, down low to Butler-Bailey. Butler-Bailey in the left, he'll swing it back out. Left wing, switch it around, rotating. Footman at the foul line. Butler-Bailey swings it around, good ball movement by the Knights, trying to find the hole there. Footman can't get it. Empty possession there for the Knights. Great passing, but nothing in the paint. 43-39 now, First Coast with the lead. Now they've opened up a little bit. Good steal by Butler-Bailey. Goggins, layup, and almost a putback. Cheveria now. Fast feet in those bright green shoes, dishes out right into the hands of a Knight defender. First Coast has the man advantage, but I think Tyler Owens just said, forget it, I'm scoring it. 43-41 now. Tyler Owens is something else. Head fake off the glass, takes it to the bank all day long. I believe that's Christian Williams. And the lead is 4. Owens. Butler Bailey now will rotate around. Reestablished, head fake. Goggins, 3 ball. Good. Narrows the gap to 1 now. Some good shooting by Marcus Goggins today. Way out to the side. Tried to kick it to Walton, no good. Keep it underneath the first coast. Gonna get the score table to stop the clock here. So they're gonna reset the clock to 2:01 here. Next one costs you a lap. Back in play, 3 ball, too much. Mari Butler-Bailey on the rebound, secures that. Oakleaf back on offense. Goggins. We'll rotate around here. Dish into the lane, and that is swatted away. Woo! AJ North thought he had a quick one to the lane. That one's going to get called a charge. Aggressive offensive foul there, and Oakleaf will get the possession back. 45-44 now, 1:38 to go in the third. In a much more up-tempo third quarter. Owens bring the ball up, try to get a screen. First Coast staying disciplined in that 3-2 zone. Goggins airballs it. Breaks through the full court pressure. Steps up. And they'll put the dribble down. Oakleaf stays in a 2-3 zone to Walton all day. That's hard to beat when you got that height in the paint. 47-44. Owens. Oakleaf will slow the pace down. Goggins. Kick it way out to Owens. Owens in trouble. Dishes it out. Brown recovers it, and he'll draw a foul. Oh, no, they call a timeout. I thought I might have gotten fouled. There's quite a bit of contact. Coach Price calls the timeout. 30 seconds. Comes at 45.9 seconds to go. Oakleaf down 3. They have the ball here. So just a couple of things I've seen right here. First Coast has been playing really disciplined in 2-3 zone right now, really not giving Oakleaf a chance to get anything in the paint, forcing them to shoot outside. So Footman's been kind of left out to dry there in the lane. Meanwhile, Oakleaf has started to ramp up the pressure in the full court. Try to steal a couple of possessions here. So Oakleaf will get the ball on the side here. Actually, no, they're going to call it baseline because of the timeout. The whistle is back into play here. And AJ North will get the roll on the quick dish. 47-46 now. First Coast. Little contact, steal. Owens dishes it out. Probably should have taken it himself. Man disadvantage is Owens is in the backcourt. And that's going to roll off the glass. What a move. 49-46, closing seconds of the third quarter here. They'll extend their defense to half court now. Oakleaf will come around it, wide open on the side. 3 ball, good, and we're tied. Just a few seconds left here. First Coast try to get one more before the quarter in a pretty good third quarter, and we're tied, 49 apiece. And the 3 ball opening up for the Knights. They probably need a little more of that right now. One more quarter to go in the Knightsgiving Classic Game 1 here. We'll be back after this.
Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
We're back for the final quarter of action. Tie ball game now, 49 apiece. That was slower moving first half. Second half, tempo has increased for both of these teams. Or what we're accustomed to seeing. At the free throw line, no good. North will get a rebound. Tyler Owens back on the offense. Owens takes it himself. Tries to get his own rebound, no good. .732 right now. Back in play, First Coast will turn it over. And a deuce. 51-49 now. From the elbow, no good. First Coast will retain possession. It will stop the clock right there with a, looks like a foul. Clock. Some discussion here with the clock getting an update on the fouls here. So it looks like we have one team foul on Oakleaf, if I'm hearing correctly. And no team fouls yet for First Coast. So now with scores right now, clock has been readjusted, and now we're back in business. So the score number is right from what we can tell, 51-49 here. All right, administration done. We're off to the races. Right at the free throw line. That's the second time that's gone through. This time shot no good. Footman gets a rebound. Quick pass. Thought about the long three. He'll take it. No good. Footman with a rebound, though, and that's something they've needed from him. The jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with Oakleaf. Footman with the aggressive rebound on that one. Boy, they've needed some of those from him tonight. So possession back down to Oakleaf. That will probably come into play a little bit later. Back in business, Brown. Over to Wright. Wright from downtown. Good! Big shot from Jelani Wright, and that's another lead change here, 52-51. First Coast trying to get an answer here. Quick steal. First Coast recovers it. And they will get the timeout. Just barely. really close to getting that. Get on the baseline there and a quick timeout. Heads up by the First Coast coaching staff. LaTroy Strong with the call there. 6:10 to go here in the fourth. It's turned out to be a pretty good ball game so far. Oakleaf and First Coast trading blows here. So everybody from the scorebook here, everybody's got 4 timeouts apiece here. Timeout's probably going to become a precious commodity as we wind down here. 1-point ball game, Oakleaf with a lead. Out of the timeout. Quick layup, no good. Fighting down low, bounces off the glass, that's good. 53-52 now, First Coast in front. Lost track of all the lead changes here, but this is where we are. Huffman bounces from the elbow, kicks it out to Owens. Trying to find somebody in the paint, will retreat back out and reset. Kicks it out to Brown. Huffman gets in the lane, but kicks it out to Jelani Wright, over now to Owens. Trying to rotate around, get a man in the paint. Nothing doing. Owens just says, forget it. I'll do it myself. 55-53. Tyler Owens went unconscious for a minute and decided to take the lead himself. Buccaneers now up 2. Trying to do the same thing, find somebody in the lane, they'll kick it out. First Coast trying to maybe shorten this game up a little bit. Chavarria out front, kicks it to the wing. Tipped out, Footman recovers it. Over to Owens, and they'll bring it down. Quick pass out, open 3 ball, good. Jelani Wright with another 3. And the Knights have suddenly figured downtown is the place to party. 5-point lead now. Into double coverage. 2-man pressure. They collapse on the ball. And they'll stay underneath with First Coast. Looks like the Knights are trying to get into double team here. Walton gets it, ties it up. I'm sorry, closes the gap to 3 now. 58-55 our score. Walton's been scoring that for most of the evening. Get a screen from Footman, rotates around. Wright kicks it out. Owens drives to the lane strong, dishes out, avoids it. Footman can't get it. Rebound, turnover. And here we go, kids. Jelani Wright goes crazy, picks up the 3 and scores. Timeout called by the Knights. Jelani Wright making some highlights now here. 61-55, they've extended it to 6 with 3:59 to go in the game. Knights have fought for it. Let me tell you what, this First Coast team has given it everything they've gotten, but the 3 ball is what's making the difference here. The Knights' perimeter shooters are starting to heat up. See if we can punch up a score here from some of the early football. Again, regional final action taking place tonight. And it looks like the Reigns Vikings are going to stay undefeated again. They are beating up on Bishop Kenny 38-7 right now. The Vikings with a commanding lead. Trinity Christian leading University Christian 7-0. St. Augustine leading Choctawhatchee 13-0. And Buchholz and Oakleaf in a close game. It's 10-6 Buchholz right now. Meanwhile, the basketball Knights trying to finish off a pretty persistent Buccaneer team. Owens kicks it out. Here we go again. got it. Jelani Wright is unconscious. Quick dish, turnover, Oakleaf ball. 64-55. Off of the hot hand of Jelani Wright on the left side. Actually, he's been shooting those deep threes all over the place this game. He's found a rhythm on the outside. Owens will bring it up. So the clock resets now, 3:22. Finally got all that squared away. We'll get our clock synced up in just a minute. We'll sync up here. Clock now at 3:17 and counting. We'll get that caught up for you. That's important. Huffman, Wright thought about another one. Takes it from the free throw line, gets the gentle roll. 66-55, it's the largest lead of the game. Three ball, for First Coast, rebound. Wright will get a board and then turns it over, then recovers this mistake. Fast break, here comes Footman, layup good. 68-55 now. Pass in the lane, good. 68-57. 2:30 and counting here officially. Owens will slow things up now. Huffman looking for the rotation. Get to Owens. He'll rotate around. Wright. Is that the hot hand? Good pass. Huffman from Jelani Wright. Great execution on the offense there by Oakleaf. First Coast now playing in a big hole, down 13. Tips recovered, in and out. And that was interesting, where they're going to call the foul and the bucket. So we get a three-point play here. Foul in the arm. Amari Walton will shoot one. 1:47 to go here in the game. Trying to cut this deficit to 10. Can't do it. He's made one free throw all night. Knights on the attack. Brown over to Owens. Owens will dribble around the pressure. Trying to run some clock down here. Come up to 1:30. Taking their time, they'll just rotate around. Huffman on the dribble. Kicks it over. Brown now over to Owens. 1:19 to go. And a foul called. Stops the clock with 1:15 to go officially. Foul's on the floor. Brown will try to get a quick inbound, better hurry up. Get a pass out. Huffman to Owens. Brown up top. Takes himself, got an open lane. Had it swatted, but they're going to call the foul. Stops the clock with 1:05 left. Second team foul now. Plenty of fouls to give for both teams. The lead is 11. And clean block. Walton. Been doing that all game. Stops the clock with 1:01. Huffman will get it. Now we'll wind down. Taking the time, there's Brown to Owens. Owens dribbles around. Still running clock. Dribbles down to the baseline. Jelani Wright, forget about it. Oh, no. Stops the clock. 29.4 seconds to go here. Call a turnover. So give it to First Coast. First Coast will try to get some substitutions in here. First Coast had led this game several times, but Oakleaf has opened up a can with the three-point shot. First Coast will try to answer. Good! And a timeout called right there. 19.6 to go. They're down 8. So take a 30-second timeout here, 19.6 to go. Nice. I think it looks like they're going to reset this to 21.7 seconds, and we are now in sync. 8-point game right now. Timeout, First Coast. Well, if anything, everybody's been lighthearted with the clock. Well, we don't want to stay here that long. I'm sure everybody hungry. There we go. 21 flat. That'll work. It's always an adventure running these digital clocks. It sure is. Imagine what ours looks like. Jelani Wright takes the layup. 72-62 now. Lead is 10. Take a three ball. Nope, that's short. Give it up. Walton will dunk. He'll just get one in for good measure. Definitely worth a highlight on our reel there, but that's going to do it. 72-64, your final score. Oakleaf gets the dub for the Knightsgiving Classic, Game 1. First Coast played really well, though. I'll have to say it. They played them close, but the perimeter shooting for the Knights just took over after a while. Jelani Wright went absolutely nuts. Was shooting threes all over the place. And that was a big difference right there. So First Coast goes down. Oakleaf gets a win. Get reminded, we'll be back here tomorrow night for the second varsity game in the Knightsgiving Classic. Sandalwood comes to town. The Saints will take on the Knights. Before we go, let's take another look at some of the area football scores. I know this will matter to the Oakleaf faithful here, but a rundown of the games in the Jacksonville area. Rains beaten up on Bishop Kenny 38-7. Trinity Christian over University Christian right now 13-0. St. Augustine leading Choctawhatchee 13-0. Buchholz has a 4-point lead on Oakleaf. It's 10-6 right now. And out west, Madison County beating on Union County 7-0. So we'll be watching those games, and we'll be giving some brief updates on social media. So with that being said, we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We'll be back again tomorrow night, tentatively scheduled for 6 o'clock. We'll watch the JV games that precede that, but in the meantime, this has been BP Hoops on SSB here at the Knightsgiving Classic. We will see you tomorrow right here from the Palace. So long, everybody.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.